Hey guys, welcome back to Stock My Closet. For today's project, I have taken 2.5 meter cotton fabric and this is the measurement I'm using. You can adjust it according to your requirement. Let's start with the cutting. This is kurti fabric and it has embroidery in the center. So we need to fold the fabric by half in width to get the embroidery in the center just below the neckline. Next, fold the fabric by half in length. But as this print is directional, so I'll just cut and separate front and back lengths, and I'll flip back length to get print in the same direction. So I've folded the fabric. Now I'll mark the measurements. For shoulder, take half of shoulder width. In my measurement, shoulder width is 14 inches, so half of it will be 7. Neck width is 3 inches. Mark half inch downwards for shoulder slope and join it to the neck width point. From this point, mark half of armhole round, that is 7 inches in my measurement. I'll deduct half inch as this is sleeveless kurti. So I'll mark a point at 6.5 inches. Extend this point. Now I'll mark the vertical measurements. From shoulder, I'll mark a point at 11 inches. Shoulder to bust measurement 15 inches. Shoulder to waist measurement and 21 inches shoulder to hip measurement. Mark 1 inch inwards and join it to the shoulder slope point. This line is for front armhole curve. Now I'll mark the round measurements. For chest, I'm adding 2 inches of ease. In my measurement, chest round is 35 inches. 35 plus 2 is 37 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 9.25. For burst, I'm adding 3 inches of ease. In my measurement, burst round is 37 inches. 37 plus 3 is 40 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 10. For waist, again I'm adding 3 inches of ease. In my measurement, waist round is 31 inches. 31 plus 3 is 34 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 8.5. For hip, I'm adding 4 inches of ease. In my measurement, hip round is 38 inches. 38 plus 4 is 42 and dividing it by 4, I'll get 10.5. I'll join these points. I'll just give slight curve on the bust and the waist like this. Now I'll draw back and front armhole curves. Now I'll mark length, that is 45 inches in my measurement, and I'm taking around 1.5 inches for seam allowance. Now to join hip to bottom, measure hip round, that is 10.5 inches. Now it's your choice. If you want straight kurti, you can mark straight line or you can give slight A-line shape. So hip round is 10.5 inches. I'm taking bottom 12.5 inches and I'll join these points. Now I'll add seam allowance. So with this, marking of kurti is complete. Now I'll cut it out. Firstly, I'm cutting only the front part. I'll show you another method to fold and save the fabric. So this is a leftover fabric and I've cut out the front side. Now you can cut back with front as it is or measure bottom round including seam allowance. This is 13.5 inches. Now keep the front aside. and fold the back fabric exactly as bottom round measurement, that is 13.5 inches for my measurement. That's it. I have folded the fabric. Now I'll simply place the front and I'll cut it out. Here I have saved lot of fabric which I can use to cut sleeves or cut facing to finish the neckline. So I've cut out both front and back, and now I'll cut front armhole curve. So I've cut it out. Now I'll cut the back neckline. Take back neck width 0.25 inch less than the front neck width. Here I have taken front neck width 3 inches. So for back I'll take it 2.75 inches. Neck depth is 6 inches, adding half inch for seam allowance. Again mark neck width point and join these points. Now I'll draw neckline shape and I'll cut it out. For front neckline, neck width is 3 inches. Neck depth is 7 inches, adding half inch for seam allowance. Again mark neck width point and join these points. Draw neckline shape and cut it out. To finish front neckline, I'll use facing, and for that take the leftover fabric and fold it by half like this. Place it under the neckline. Keep it 3 or 4 inch longer than the neck depth like this and cut it out. Now place the facing on the neckline, right sides together. Pin it up and make a stitch on the neckline shape from the wrong side. So I made a stitch. Now cut the facing in the neckline shape. And now I'll make small cuts all around the neckline. Turn the facing towards the wrong side like this. Fold and iron the facing like this. And now you can make stitch or you can do hemming to secure it. So I have finished the front neckline, and now I'll finish the back neckline, and for that I'll use bias tape. To cut bias tape, fold the fabric diagonally like this. Cut the unfold side. And now I'll mark a point at 1.25 inch from the center like this. You can change the width as per your choice. So I've marked it and now I'll cut it out. So I got two bias tapes. Similarly, I can cut more. Now I'll finish the back neckline. Place the bias tape on the neckline right sides together and make a stitch. So I made a stitch. Now fold the bias tape towards the wrong side like this. Make this fold less than half inch. And now I'll make a stitch on the inner edge. So I made a stitch and this is how it will look. And now I'll trim the excess fabric. Now place back on the front, right sides together, and make a stitch on the shoulder. So I made a stitch and now I'll make the final stitch on the back neckline to finish it. So I made a stitch. So I've stitched shoulder slope on both sides and I have also finished armholes using bias tape as I did on the back neckline. Now I'll stitch the side fitting seam from chest to hip. This is the starting point for the slits. So I made a side stitch. Now I'll finish the slits. I have marked line from hip to bottom. This will be the fold line for slits. Now fold the fabric like this and iron it. Fold back side as well. Now again fold it by half and iron it like this. You can pin it up to keep the fold in place. It will make it easy to stitch on the edge and get proper finishing, especially if you're a beginner. Now I'll make a stitch starting from the bottom of one side. Continue stitch till half inch above the hip joint. Now turn the fabric. Make back and forth stitch on the side joint and again turn the fabric and continue the stitch till the bottom of the other side. So I have finished the slits and this is how it will look. Similarly, I have folded and pinned up the bottom round and now I'll finish it. So with this, my cotton kurta is ready and this is how it looks. Thanks for watching guys. Hope you'll find this video helpful. If you have any query, you can ask me in the comment section, and you can share your creations with me on Instagram or Facebook. And if you like this video, please give this video a big thumbs up, share it with your friends and family, and do subscribe my channel for more such videos. I'll see you next week. Till then, take care. Bye bye.